Okay, guys, so we will start meeting in 5 minutes. Good evening all. एक हम सबसे रिलेटेबल होगी. हम पढ़ने लिखने में जरा अच्छे क्या निकल गए. हम पढ़ने लिखने में जरा अच्छे क्या निकल गए. जिंदगी तो साली हर कदम पे इम्तिहान लेने लगी. जिंदगी का काम है इम्तिहान लेना और हमारा काम है उस इम्तिहान को पार करना. तो आज एक ऐसे मकाम पर हमारे कुछ सीनियर पहुंच गए हैं, तो उनसे इंटरेक्ट करने का आज मौका मिला है. तो सब चीयर अप हो जाइए, थोड़ा एंजॉय एनर्जी के साथ बैठिए क्योंकि कुछ नया सीखने वाले हो. So ladies and gentlemen and aspiring professionals, welcome to the Insider Perspective Senior Insight for Success, brought to you by ACES. Tonight we gather here in virtual realm to embark on an extraordinary journey of knowledge, inspiration and connection. It is an honor to have you all join us for this exceptional event. Tonight, we have the privilege of bringing together a remarkable lineup of accomplished seniors from renowned organizations such as Google, Goldman Sachs, and JPMC and Columbia University, also among others. This event is more than just a gathering successful professional. It is a golden opportunity for all of us to learn from the best. It is a chance to gain invaluable insight into inner working of these industries. It is a platform for us to interact and ask questions for forge meaningful connection that can shape our own path to success. So without further delay, let us embrace this moment, inspiration, learning and growth together. Let's unlock the doors of wealth of knowledge and immerse ourselves and transformative power of senior insight. Welcome to Insider Perspective, Senior Insight for Success. So I would like to introduce Mr. Meet Vora, जो कैक्टस कॉर्पोरेशन है, बट आई वांट टू इंट्रोड्यूस यू दैट कि वो भले ही कैक्टस कॉर्पोरेशन से हो, बट आई होप आज वो हमारे ऊपर नॉलेज के बहुत ही बड़े फूल बरसाने वाले हैं. तो ओवर टू यू मीत वोरा एंड देन प्लीज रेडी मिस्टर हर्षिल तगड़िया फॉर द नेक्स्ट राउंड. थैंक यू. हेलो मिस्टर बी.
Hi, don't call me Mr. यार.
अरे आप सीनियर हो यार.
I loved your शायरी.
अरे thank you. Over to
So
you.
yeah, hi guys. So I hope you all are doing well. I believe that it's a placement season, so everyone is overwhelmed and TCS is around with the hype. Yeah, I mean it wouldn't be a problem, but you guys are really good coders, so I know that you're gonna ace it. Talking about me, I'm Meet Vora. I currently work at Cactus Communication as a machine learning engineer. I've interned with this organization before in my summer and winter internship. Apart from that, I've worked on research papers and also do some freelancing projects also. And apart from that, which you recently participated in. So yeah, I mean, that's about me. And I'm really excited for this session. And thanks to ACES for giving me this platform. And let me talk about this placement journey. So yeah, about Cactus, it's an AI-equipped science communication and technological company. So in simple terms, we work in the field of editing scientific papers. So like we provide solutions such as translation, grammar correction, paraphrasing, and lot more. So it's basically more on the NLP side and big data. So about my journey in Cactus communication, like even journey to Cactus. So how I started was like I started doing courses from Coursera, like most of you might be doing it. And my first course was machine learning by Stanford University from end to end. Right. So I believe that you guys are also keeping up with those courses, like because this ChatGPT and large language models are around. So industry needs those folks, right? And I didn't much focus on the competitive coding part, and which was absolutely wrong. You guys should absolutely do it, and it's non-negotiable. And soon, if I talk about my journey, I started shifting to deep learning courses and also MLOps, because when it comes to production, MLOps takes care of that. So I won't go into detail about MLOps. So yeah, I mean, when you're confident about your theoretical part, right? So you start focusing on building projects, and like everyone starts with Titanic data set or MNIST and deep learning. So I did the same. I mean, once I got the hold of TensorFlow and sklearn, I started building projects like segmentation, classification, recommendation systems, localization, sentiment analysis. And most of the sources which I used for that were towards data science, ITNU.com, Notion, and Bloomberg's articles are also really good. And right after that, like, so basically we had this mind hackathon, and like Cactus had this problem statement, and me and my team, we worked on that. So it was basically a recommender system for research paper. So we used algorithms like KNN, TF-IDF, and other kind of algorithms. So yeah, we were lucky to win that first prize, and we got the internship opportunity. And I mean, my whole team got the internship opportunity. So that was really great. And so in June and July, I started doing my internship. And in Cactus, it's really fun. I mean, if I talk about the projects, I was getting a really good project. Like my first project was language quality, estimating the language quality of a document, like how good or bad a document is, basically in semantically or grammatically, like that. But the thing is that we are working on scientific documents, like more of its research papers, journals, like that. So in Cactus, we have this model in between which does the editing for raw documents. Like it takes the document, edits it, and when it does the job for you, you have to pay less for your editors because now your AI is taking care of that. So when I was working with those folks in that June and July month, like we were able to save around 14 million in 6 months. So that was, I mean, really great part for me as well because they really like the model I created, and that's how my internship got converted to PBO. But talking about things right now, it's more about large language models like since ChatGPT, Claude, Vicuna, Llama, this all stuff they're out. Like my most of the work has gone around integration, prompt engineering a lot. So that's pretty much about my work and how my summer internship got converted to PPO. Like basically, if I talk about my interview, so I didn't expect some of the questions. Like they did ask me questions about system design, Docker deployment, load balancing stuff, and I was really confident that they won't ask me because they're just gonna ask me about ML stuff. So yeah, I mean, one thing if I have to say is that whenever you're sitting in ML interview, it's important that you have basic knowledge about this stuff. At least you should be able to build the logic. I mean, you should be able to guess even because it's not about like you know everything. Because I didn't know about Docker and system design a lot. But the thing is, like, they want to know your approach. So when you're able to build that logic, even if it's wrong, even if it's partially correct, they like it. So be confident about it whenever giving answers. And one tip, like, don't give wrong answer. Just ask the interviewer for the permission. Like, can I say that? Can I guess it? So yeah, it was a daunting interview, but luckily, yeah, it did go well. And after that, I had my HR, and yeah, so it was just a formality interview. So I was able to crack it. Talking about the technologies we use in Catalyst communication, we use AWS a lot. I mean, for creating APIs, running the models on Amazon AWS EC2, and we also use DynamoDB a lot for storing things. And you all are aware about S3 bucket, the AWS buckets, which is a data lake. So Cactus mostly works on that. The tools and technologies, I'll also say, apart from cloud computing, they use Terraform and Docker a lot. So Terraform is basically a infrastructure as a core service. It basically help you set those resources on AWS, GCP, and GitHub, even on Azure. So it's a kind of declarative programming. So you don't have to, talk about the descript. You don't have to give the description of the how you come to something. It's basically like you just give what do you want. Like declarative programming is about getting the results now. How it's not about how do you get the results. So Terraform is used a lot, like for setting up those AWS resources and a lot. And the thing is that when I first started with this, it was a bit overwhelming. I mean, because I didn't know, but the seniors are really helpful, and you know that sometimes when you don't understand, you know whom to reach out. It's basically ChatGPT, right? So gradually I got a hold of it, and I'm still learning that, and because it's a really vast tool. So I think yeah, you guys should also start learning about cloud computing because as I mentioned that the organizations are changing, like the technologies are changing. Like it's not more about like you have sklearn, you know TensorFlow, so you got Google Colab and you start running on it. I think it's like you will be dealing with large language models like when you come to this industry right now, because it's no more about sklearn. Like we just use it for in one line of code. So the thing is, like, if you're aware about AWS EC2, like how to train a model on AWS, because these models they require heavy TPUs, like even not GPUs, they also require tensor processing units. So if you're aware about that, that's really great. Like it helps you, ace your interviews a lot. And I think what my suggestion would be that you guys become familiar with prompt engineering also, because like most of the people in my firm, like they have started, started with prompt engineering. Like the good part about prompt engineering is that no one knows it. We all are at the first stage. It has happened to all of us at the same time. So we all are at the same level. So it's good that you have really high competition, but the thing is everyone is starting at the same point. So if you want to get an edge over other people, so you should be really good with prompt engineering. And that's what the industry requires right now. And if I was you to prepare for your interviews, I'll say that get your fundamentals and aptitude clear, and even the competitive coding part, like Utsav, Harshil, those guys are really good at those things, so they can really guide you for that. But yeah, get those stuff clear, because even if you're the god of machine learning, like it would be pointless if you cannot make it till the interview. So that skill will be worthless. So I'll suggest that right now is the time to get your fundamentals clear, and if you get the time to learn something new, and start doing prompt engineering, and also start learning about Terraform a bit, AWS EC2 instance at least. So, and system design is the most important thing. Like all of those folks who sit in the cactus's interview, they all were asked about system design. Like how will you scale up this? How will you do that? So when you will get this course of big data, so we learn about horizontal scaling, load balancement, thoda sa. So I'll say that you guys focus on that part, and I think that's most of it. Like if you want to crack your interviews, so just go with the fundamentals and aptitude, like, and you'll be all set for that. So yeah, that's all about me. Yeah.
It's really good to see you again, Mr. मीत भैया.
Thank you.
आप जरा सीटीसी बता सकते हो, बिकॉज सबका मोटिवेशन बेसिकली वही रहेगा कि सीटीसी क्या है.
Okay, so my CTC is 13 LPA, and it's work from home job. So yeah.
Okay, and so first of all my question is कि मशीन लर्निंग जो अभी है वो लाइक थोड़ा ऐसा है कि थोड़ा हम डिफाइन नहीं कर पाते कि इसमें आगे करना क्या है, बिकॉज थोड़ा ऐसे स्ट्रक्चर्ड वो नहीं लगता है मशीन लर्निंग पूरा सब्जेक्ट. तो उसमें स्टार्ट कैसे करें, उसमें वे थ्रू अपना कैसे बनाएं, वो कैसे कर सकते हैं.
See, basically the thing is, like, if you want to learn machine learning ना, तो मेरे लिए तो हमेशा resources जो थे अच्छे, like वो थे, N2NG was the god for me. Like you start with machine learning, this basic fundamental, the course ML machine learning by Stanford University. Apart from that, there are also other folks on YouTube. Like if you want to learn, like there's this Krish Nayak, there's this other people also about who really teaches good deep learning and that stuff. So I'll say that you can start from that. But the thing is, like machine learning is so diverse, because there will be supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement. So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of resources also, like towards data science, as I mentioned, analytics vidya, medium.com. So they have really amazing projects as well as theoretical. They can help you understand theoretical aspect. Like even they explain the whole courses of this machine learning and deep learning. So if you want to start, like get your theory be clear about that. Like you should have a really good gist of it, what's happening. Because the thing is, like when you start doing TensorFlow, you will be able to write the code, because I know folks who didn't understand like how this convolution works, and people ask you in the interview like how does convolution work. So the thing is, like you can start with that, and the thing is, like this field is never going to end. Like it always goes on. So if you want to be if you want to be in touch with that, explore new things. Like even on YouTube, like there are really good channels. Like and right now, if you want to begin, start learning prompt engineering right away, because even if you're away from sklearn and that all stuff like KNN, it's fine. But prompt engineering is really sufficient, because it's a high paying job also. Right. So that will be my advice if you want to go.
ओके, थैंक यू. एंड अनदर क्वेश्चन ये है कि अभी थर्ड ईयर हमारा चालू होने वाला है. सो बेसिकली यही क्वेश्चन रहता है कि 2 साल के बाद करेंगे क्या, मास्टर करना है, जॉब लेनी है, या एमबीए, कुछ भी करना है. सो वो कैसे एक एक्सप्लोर करे कि हमको आगे क्या करना है. वो बेसिक क्वेश्चन है, सबको रहता है.
हाँ, तो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर ये है कि तुम्हें ज्यादा पैसे कमाने हैं तो then you go for GRE. And if you think that you want to go for job, I mean the thing is that abhi Nirma has came up with this rule, right? Okay, you cannot apply for LORs if you're going to sit in placements. So the thing is, yeah, that's going to be a bottleneck for you. कि work experience नहीं होगा. But yeah, if you have your mindset like Ganesh and those all folks are the right person for GRE. So you can ask about like what to do. But yeah, I always wanted to pursue job only because even if I had a chance, then I will go after doing a job because my work experience will be good. So I get a high chance of getting into college. So that was my motive. But yeah, Kanisha and those other people can guide you how to proceed with that, right?
And guys, you can also ask questions. Some questions are in chat box, so you can see Mr. Meet Bhaiya.
I'm not able to see. Can you just reiterate for me? I'll join from a phone.
Okay. So I just going for questions. If I first question है Viral Hingu करके है. If I know CP and I don't know ML, can I crack Cactus?
You don't know ML, they are gonna ask you about ML. Like at least not ML, then you should have a little bit of knowledge about big data because Cactus works on those front like machine learning and that. Like we have positions for software development. Like they recently hired people who are familiar with this React JS and front end and back end stuff. So if you want to get hired, yeah, but but the options are limited. Like they won't hire you in mass because most of the requirements are of NL, big data engineers and the machine learning engineers. Because a lot of people leave, so from that team only. So yeah, I mean, if you're good with CP and if you're even good in the web development front side, like, you have a good chance of you know cracking the interview of Cactus. But yeah, you have to specify that like you're applying for the software development role.
Okay, another question is Shah Abhigam ka hai. How can CSE student get management position in big tech companies?
Management positions, okay. Right. So I'm not sure about those management stuff, like how you do that. Basically, I'm not the right person for that to answer that. But yeah, I mean, if you management in terms of what, like because like are you talking about managers solely of who who work who start as senior software engineers and then they become managers or like in other
It's a
terms like
very wide category. Yeah.
yeah, right. Okay.
Okay, guys. So thank you, Mr. Meet.
Not me, Mr. Media.
Arey, Meet Bhaiya, thank you. So
Thank you, Shiv.
okay, so
Best
let's
of luck.
over to yes.
I just want to say best of luck, guys. Like,
Thank you.
don't be funny, right? Okay, bye bye.
Bye. Okay, now it's time to अब बुलाने की बारी है मिस्टर हेत तगड़िया की. सो प्लीज वेलकम मिस्टर हेत. इट्स ओवर टू यू नाउ. हम सब जानते हैं कि ब्रह्मास्त्र है जो गूगल हमारी इंडस्ट्री का, वही उनकी जॉब है. सो मिस्टर हेत, प्लीज वेलकम.
Heath, Heath Patel and Harshil Dagde are a different person, but okay.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Harshil. Sorry, John.
Hi everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. So I'll start with a quick intro. I'm Harshil Dagde. I recently graduated from Nirma University, same college. I was in 2023 batch, and currently I'm a software engineer at Google. In the past, I was a president of Codada and I did internship at Google in a startup called 100ms. Some of my achievements include candidate master at core forces and ICPC reservist finalist. Now, how did I start? What is my journey? We can in my first sem, I did nothing but played PUBG. It was high level craze of the PUBG at that time, and I was not in contact with any of the seniors or anyone who is doing coding frequently. But in second semester, I got in contact with some of the seniors like Ashish Lal, Aram Doshi, Krutar Trivedi, who were very active in doing competitive programming and coding and all. So I also started doing CP in my second sem, like seeing them, and I got connected to like many folks who are doing active in CP through Coded. That was like very helpful in my initial days of coding. So if you are doing in CP or coding or anything development, be in touch with like other people's, your friends, seniors. That will be like very helpful. Regarding CP, like used to I learn and practice problems almost every day. If you want to like achieve great ranks or in CP, one thing is like you need is consistency. Like many people like just solve like one problem a day or two. That is not enough. Like that is the honest answer. You have to like a little bit consistent, learn new DSA concept every day, practice every day, and most importantly like participate in contest from your real ID, not fake one. In my end of the third sem, I started doing a little bit of like web development as well, and created a few projects to like put in my resume. That was it. Like regarding like my interview experience, I have done internship at Google and one startup called 100ms. There are some differences in like interview process and internship work experience as well. We can like quickly go through the like interview experience at both the companies as well. So I applied for a summer internship at Google through their career website. They generally have like openings for summer internship, winter internship and FT around August. So you can look for that. I applied with a referral from one of our seniors working at Google, Ashish Lal. If you are applying at any place, like look if there is a like referral system in the company, then like try to apply with the referral. It will be like little helpful in selection criteria for like coding round any interviews. After 2 weeks, like I got mail for the interviews, and like it was resume based shortlisting. Like they don't have coding round. So having a like good resume is a plus point while applying for Google. Like is they don't have like coding round. In my case, what helped me most was like in resume screening was like my DSA and CP profiles and like various contest achievements. There were like 2 45 minutes interview rounds. Both were like based on DSA. Just a minute. And both one of the in first round they asked me like a graph problem, like 45 minutes went into that, and in second round they discussed some of my projects and like one other question on like type of queries. So it was heavily focused on like DSA only. And now like in my interview at startup, it is like US based startup 100ms. I applied for internship through a website called Wellfound. Like if you're looking for a 6-month internship or some internship or a job, Wellfound is like very helpful in that there are a lot of startups like job opportunities and internship opportunities in Wellfound. There were like 4 interview rounds. First was like a little bit of system design. They asked me to like design a whiteboard where multiple users can interact. Second was DSA. Third was solely based on my projects, and fourth one was like project selection. So there are some differences in like interview processes like MNC and DSA, MNC and like startups, but DSA is constant. Last thing I would say, like be prepared in every aspect, like not just DSA. Many people are just doing like maybe CP but not like projects or like courses subjects. So that might be bad. Like many companies ask OOP, DBMS, OS, and they look for projects as well. Like also have given interviews in a few other places, but I have failed like media.net, Hudson River Trading. So would just say like keep trying and applying everywhere. You can like find many of Compass opportunity on LinkedIn, Wellfound, Carewet. There are like pages on LinkedIn called like Intern Freak, Arsh Goel, Kushal Vijay, who post lot of off-campus opportunity. So keep looking for that and keep applying everywhere. Next thing is I guess that's is like, and last thing is like there is a is there as internship and placement season is coming nearby, there is a little bit luck involved in like internship and placement. So I would say I also got a little luck in my journey as well. So you can't do anything about your luck, but you can like hone your skills to increase your chances. So keep doing like CP or development or open source or research, whatever you like. Just like keep doing it, and all the best everyone for your placement. And like that's it. You can contact me on like LinkedIn or WhatsApp if you have any doubts. I will be like dropping off soon as I will like one other meeting to attend. Thanks for listening. Yeah, little bit of luck. Yeah, everyone.
Thank you so much, Harshil Bhaiya.
If you have like any quick questions, then I can answer, or otherwise like Hed Patel will be like answering any questions if you have regarding CPO development.
Guys, if you have a question, you can ask.
Hello, Bhaiya.
Yeah.
You said you applied to many companies. So should we target on a specific company and prepare for it only, or
No.
like
You
we
will
can
not
apply
even
for
get a like coding round. Apply everywhere. If you can
Okay.
get many offer, then it is not a problem. Like people are like
Because
getting laid off.
on
So just
campus
apply
we
everywhere.
just get two options, like after getting on offer.
Can you repeat?
ऑन कैंपस में दो ही ऑप्शन मिलते हैं ना.
You can go for off campus. On campus में like
Okay.
इतना भरोसा मत रखो. कंपनी आएगी नहीं भी. Like Samsung last year नहीं आई थी. There was one more company like famous which didn't come.
Last year.
Yeah.
Like is
Can you repeat?
ऋषि मेहता को इस साल मिला ना सैमसंग.
इस साल like PPO मिला होगा वो. प्लेसमेंट के लिए नहीं आई थी.
ओके.
इंटर्नशिप में भी नहीं आई थी, प्लेसमेंट में भी नहीं आई थी. सो ऑफ कैंपस अप्लाई करते रहो. इस साल भी में भी ना आए, क्या पता. Any other questions? How can you find projects for building resumes? I just like went through LinkedIn profiles of my seniors and resumes, and I like went through all the ideas and I just copied ideas which I liked. Or you can like go through some GitHub profiles and you can find projects ideas there as well. So that was it. No creativity. Anything else, or I will be talking about. You can contact me via my LinkedIn. It is like Harshil Tagadia. Is hiring going on to be more dependent on open source projects or still DS? Like DSA? There is like I know like there are some people like promoting like open source DSA is dead and CP is dead, but it is not dead. DSA is also in like even like startups and MNC everywhere. So DSA is must. You can do open source, but keep doing DSA. If we are doing good in DP, then if we are doing good DP, then it is necessary to put web CP. Yes, like projects are necessary. CP is necessary. Everything is necessary. Nothing is YouTube project. If you don't have like any good projects, then you can just put like some of your good projects on the top, like 1 or 2, and then you can put your like innovative assignments or some YouTube projects at the last. I used to do that. Like my 2 projects were good and other 2 were like innovative assignments, just random. Okay. Web dev, like you can do like app development, web dev, machine learning, anything. Web dev projects are not necessary in that case, but development projects are necessary. Also, like I will be dropping off as I have like one other meeting to attend. Like you can ask more questions to like Hed Patel, or you can reach out to me via LinkedIn.
Okay. Thank you, Harshil Bhaiya.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, now it's time for calling Mr. Hed from Deutsche Bank. And first of all, I said to participant, the Q&A अपन last में रखते हैं. So please थोड़े क्वेश्चंस अपने पास भी संभाल के रखिए, थोड़ा नॉलेज अभी लीजिए, देन क्वेश्चंस आने का टाइम होगा तब क्वेश्चंस की बात करेंगे, देन Q&A अपन लास्ट में रखते हैं. ओवर टू यू मिस्टर हेत. आई थिंक मिस्टर हेत आ गए हैं या नहीं. ओके, या श्योर.
Okay, hi everyone. So, what am I supposed to do? Like, I joined late.
So welcome Heet bhaiya.
Okay, hi.
Okay, hi. You have to just communicate with how was your journey throughout the 4 years and how you get dues paying for your job and all, like this stuff.
Okay, cool. So, hi everyone. I'm Heth, and okay, I'm seeing upon the chat. I'm also known as Huheth. So yes, currently I'm a software engineer at Deutsche Bank, and yes, in the like my some of the previous achievements, notable achievements are that I have been to Asia West finals for the ICPC, and yes, apart from this, okay, starting off my journey, I started CP in the first year, like in the second semester basically, and yes, after that lockdown came off, so it gave a boost that I basically had a full time to practice CP, and yes, that's where I grinded for over 2 years, and at the end, like after in by reaching the fourth year, basically when there were on-campus placements, I got placed on day zero only. That is when Deutsche Bank opened up, and yes, after that I went for ICPC uh, to Kanpur, basically regionals, and after that we got qualified for Asia West finals as well. And yes, apart from Deutsche Bank, I had offers from one MNC and one startup, and I also had been interviewed. Like yes, so like just to clarify that I was saying some questions in the previous call about dev and CP. So just to clarify that yes, CP is still not dead. uh, from CP and specifically from ICPC, I had received interviews from like two HFTs, that is Hudson River Trading, like basically two interviews from the same company for different roles, one for a software engineer and another for a quant developer. And apart from this, I have also been interviewed by ByteDance Singapore, and yes, and yes, basically CP also gave me an edge for getting all those you know uh, online assessments for me, like for like at least for some companies like Hudson River Trading, basically, and other another was I don't Optiver. Yes, Optiver was the name, and yes, of course. So, any questions now that I can take?
Actually Heet bhaiya Q&A और end में है, so
No problem. Just wanted to say some things because the internship and placement are season are arriving. Okay. So the thing will be that it is like 99% luck and 1% your work. Basically, internship में तो ऐसा होगा that all the big companies will come and आंखें बंद, like okay. But yes, they generally come for girls. Okay, they don't see the boys, and yes, this is a major drawback for, but we can't do anything. Okay. And placement में भी ऐसा ही कुछ होगा, diversity hiring कुछ ज़्यादा होगी. So yes, be mentally prepared for it, that on campus, like जितना हो सके ऑन कैंपस में उतना पुश करना है, बाकी ऑफ कैंपस में तो लाइक फुल ही पुश करना है जितना हो सके उतना. ऑफ कोर्स स्टार्टअप्स में होता है ये, स्टार्टअप्स में ये डाइवर्सिफिकेशन का कंसेप्ट नहीं होता है. सो यस, यू if you got skill, if you got knowledge, तो startup फोड़ना is easy. but yes, MNCs में थोड़ी दिक्कत हो सकती है, so don't let this thing be down. Okay, and apart from the so coming up to interview process of Deutsche Bank, basically उसमें ऐसा था that we had a OA, उसमें 3 questions थे, all of three were coding questions, and उसके बाद 2 rounds of CP and core DS and core I can say happened, and after that there was a brainstorming round, or you can say they marked as professional fitness round, wherein random questions were thrown over to you and you just have to come across some solution. Like उनको भी solution नहीं पता होता है, but however they basically see how you approach the problem, and at the end it was a HR round, and yes, and ऑन कैंपस में नॉर्मल प्रोजेक्ट्स चलेंगे. हाँ, ऑन कैंपस में नॉर्मल प्रोजेक्ट्स चल जाते हैं, बट व्हेन इट कम टू ऑफ कैंपस इंटरव्यूज, सो हैविंग वेरी गुड प्रोजेक्ट्स इज मस्ट नीडेड, यू कैन से. एंड अगर सीपी एंड कोर अच्छा हो फिर भी ऑन कैंपस में चल जाएगा. सीपी एंड कोर अच्छा हुआ और फिर भी मीडियोकर प्रोजेक्ट्स रहे तो फिर ऑफ कैंपस मुश्किल है, स्टार्टअप्स तो होंगे ही नहीं, ऐसा है. ओके, एनी अदर क्विक क्वेश्चंस इफ यू वांट टू ऐड? Cool. Okay, so CTC basically it is 20 LPA, but ऐसा scene है that 20 LPA is you can say in hand. इसके अलावा और perks ये है कि yes, DB is taking this time grads to London for around 9 days, and apart from this they give they give a lot of other stuff, like they give relocation bonuses, they are इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिमेम्बर, बट हाँ, जैसे कि बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू लंडन दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग डेली एक्सपेंसेस. इसके अलावा yes, to and fro flights की टिकट when we come over to the India offices, and yes, और बहुत सारा पॉक है. बट DB for DB it is जो सिटी से है उतना ही हाथ में मिलता है, whereas in other MNCs it's बोलने के लिए 60 LPA बोल दिया बट हाथ में सिर्फ 20 ही आता है, at the end सिर्फ सेम ही है. So yes, you can say it. Okay, I guess I'm done. You should pass on to the next speaker. So
okay,
yes.
Okay, thank you Ved Bhaiya for this. Okay, so अभी यात्रीगण पे ध्यान दीजिए. It's time to take flight from Ahmedabad Nirma University to New York Columbia University. अब पता चल ही गया होगा किसी को बुलाने जा रहा हूँ. So Kanisha दी, please.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, hello everyone. So about me, myself Kanisha Shah. I recently completed my CSc degree from Goldman University itself, and I was a former president of ACES Club, as well as I did my summer internship at Deutsche Bank, and my 6 months internship in a startup company based from New York City. It was a D360, and I'm I'll be going for my master's in Columbia University for MS in data science course. So about the procedure of to apply for, just a second, yeah. So to apply for a master's course, there are a couple of things you should keep in mind. First is keep your LinkedIn updated. It should be including every damn project, more or less, starting from the first semester till your last semester. Then keep your resume updated. Try to make it around 1 page long, nothing more than that. Next, for masters, you will need 2 things. That is, one is SOP and the others are LORs. You need 3 LORs from different faculties or your work ex. And I would like to add on to what are things you should mention in SOP. You should have a decent flow, and it should be very personalized. You just don't have to keep random things and random projects which you haven't done yet. And about the examinations, there are two examinations. One is GRE and TOEFL or IELTS. If you're planning to go to USA, I would suggest then only you should give TOEFL, or else you can cover it up with IELTS. And about the GRE score, it depends on the colleges, I guess. Because for my Columbia University, GRE score was waived off for my fall, like my fall 2023 semester intake, and depends upon the universities which you choose. And about the competitive coding, I'm not the right person. I never, I never did any competitive coding. But I would surely recommend people to start on it. You can use, Lead Code or Code Forces, such stuffs. So, yeah. Any questions you have? Because this is the whole procedure which is required for applying for masters. Like, these are all the things. And yes, I've kept certain links, just a second, which might help you guys out about grabbing an Ivy League university. Yeah, so here is it. You can refer to this link. There are certain things mentioned about an Ivy League university and how to crack it. And yeah, how to work for undergrad and which professor contacts under Sudip sir and Tarjani ma'am, and the other was I guess I forgot her name. Sorry. Yeah, but I did the 3 research projects. Which is better after graduation, immediately placement or MS? Like for me, being a girl, I thought to take on for masters because I thought that then educational gap will somehow hamper my gap. Like, it would be a difficult point after doing a work ex at Deutsche Bank and after then going for MS, because there were, the thing was, after doing after doing job at Deutsche Bank, you will get opportunity to do for MS in spring 2025, and going in spring is not a good choice as far as I have learned and searched for things. So that was one of the reasons why I choose MS apart from the PPO. Any other questions? A research paper on any subject fine, or they should be read? No, it just needs to be, you just have to have a research paper. That's it. I wrote 3 research papers, but they were just submitted at that point. None was accepted when I applied to Columbia. So more or less, they try to look at your whole profile and your dedication from first semester till the last. Did you get scholarship at Columbia University? No, I didn't get any scholarship. But yes, there are opportunities of TA and RAs which you can easily grab, and by that way you can waive off your semester fees and all. You just have to be very consistent about learning things and maintaining your academics and all. So in that way you can easily grab in scholarship. How can we get scholarship for such colleges? Yeah, you can apply. Majorly about an Ivy League university, I feel they only provide scholarships to 3 of the total applicants, and that's very, that's getting very lucky and have a bang on profile, and I didn't have that. So that's why I didn't get any scholarship. Can you elaborate on why going in spring is not advisable? Yeah. So, not going in spring is because first, first drawback is many less amount of universities open their spring intake, and most of the good universities do not open for spring intake. Apart from it, the fees are very high. Compared to fall, the fees are very high in spring. So it's better to go in fall and try to compensate it in spring. Because once you go in fall, you will have RATA positions or you will have any other kind of work. So you can easily compensate it in the spring term. I didn't get why you left DB was enough for me, of course, but I know, I had my different plans, so that's why I chose to left DB. But of course, DB is a wonderful company. I think everyone should give a best shot because I did my summer internship there, and it's wonderful. They have they have a very good repo, and there's nothing like the manager is at higher position or you are at lower, the intern is treated in such way. Nothing. Everyone is at the same position, and that's what I love the most about DB. But of course, I'm planning to work in DB after doing this masters in dollars, because there itself there's a DB in USA, New York. It's a good plan, right? Anything else? Any other questions? And yes, I'll drop my LinkedIn profile here. If you guys have any questions or something, you can drop me over there. Wait. And yes, I would recommend to please look over my LinkedIn, because from the first semester I have it seems that chat isn't available. How should I put it? Yeah, but I would recommend to please glance over it, because from my first semester till my last semester, I kept my every project, and I even though they were Coursera or any other certifications, I kept everything, and I feel somehow that helped me a lot to crack Ivy League. It gets unavailable easily. No worries. I guess you can easily find me just by typing Kanisha Shah.
Okay, then it's really good to see you. LinkedIn profile मिल नहीं जाएगा कनिशा दी, उसकी तो कोई वरी है नहीं. By the way, participant को बताना चाहूँगा कि कनिशा दी was ranked 3 in her own batch, so you can congratulate her for that. So she kept everything really managed. So after that, she got in Columbia University.
Thank you so much, guys. I guess someone have a question, or Manav. No, he raised his hand.
Okay. Is there any question? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. For my case, it was a bit late. I started in the month of November, I guess. I completed drafting my all LORs and SOP in the November. It was late for me. I would suggest you to start writing down your important things so you don't miss out anything, like important projects or anything, from the month of June or July. And about the examinations, GRE and TOEFL, I guess their scores are applicable till 3 years. So that totally depends on your time and all. If you get time here, like even while doing your seventh semester or fifth semester, you can grab an opportunity and work on it.
Okay, so I think it's done, all the questions.
No worries. Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank you
thank
so
you,
much.
Kanisha ji. Okay, okay. So now let's over to you, Utsav Bhaiya. Utsav Bhaiya is from Goldman Sachs. So अभी उनको वहाँ से ऑफर आया. So over to you, Utsav Bhaiya. I hope.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Okay.
Ashok. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're
Sure.
being a fantastic host today. Uh,
Thank you.
so, like, I guess, for the placement prep, I guess mostly Harshil, Heath, and everyone, meet and all, everyone covered their journey, and which almost covers each and everything. So, I'll just, brief a bit in a in a structured way so that you can get it one more time. So I hope like the people are from mostly the third year people are there who are opting for placements now. So like first of all thing is there might be news you might be hearing that this year might be hiring will be low or something will be that and all. First of all, there's no need to for you to get any anxiety or something. It all will be good, and there will be companies hiring, and everything will be there on campus, off campus. You'll get opportunities as well. Now, starting with what are some of the handy tips which you can keep ready so that your chances of getting selection, your chances of getting selected, you can increase that. So the very first thing is, very first thing, let's just start with, coding round. So to clear any company's coding round, it mainly contains MCQs and some of the coding questions. If you are good with computer science fundamentals, like, DSA, OOPS, DBMS, and operating system, some of the, some portion of networks and all. So then you'll be able to clear all those MCQs. But as far as coding questions are concerned, there might be, there was some of the companies which took the coding test offline, and it was like Commvault was there, and some other companies are also there which are very good. So so as to clear coding test of the companies, you need to if you have done competitive programming, then it will definitely help you a lot. And if you have not done yet, or if you're doing it, I'll suggest that don't stop it. At least try giving contest each and every day. Participate in contest regularly, whether it's virtual contest or anything else. Like just practice problems on these platforms, which are Codeforces, Lead Code, or anything which you want. It's just like you just have to get your hands on just problem solving. And apart from that, I would suggest that there are resources online available for data structures and algorithms. And one of the most handy resources like Striver that DSA should, which everyone is recommending, and you should be doing that. And first thing is, if you haven't done, for the people who haven't done that much of computer programming and all, you don't need to worry that much of it. Like उतना कुछ टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, because I've known people who didn't do this data structure and algorithms a lot. Still, they managed to crack it some good companies. So just get the basics clear at least. If you're not able to do the problems still, dynamic programming or graph level problems. But if you're just getting your basics correct, which are, just some linked list and basic, sets, maps and everything, then also, you will be able to clear many of the companies which are there. And apart from that, now we're talking about projects. So projects are pretty important when, when it's for placement, especially. It's not that much of significant when you're going for internship interviews and all. And in placements interviews, they typically ask you to, explain your projects. So as to explain your project, you have to go through your whole project, and you just need to, explain it. What are the functionalities that you have implemented, and if it's solving some real life problem, or if it's creating some, good impact, then that will be icing on the cake. And for those who don't have any projects, you just don't need to worry about projects that much. If you have done any, projects while your semesters, like you might have taken various courses and electives in your sixth semester, fifth semester, and you might have prepared various projects. It might be of Java, it might be of advanced data structure, graph theory, machine learning, deep learning, anything. just keep that projects, but make sure to go through what every aspect of the project that you have there. And one of the most important thing is just go through the basics through technologies. Like if I've done a project on React.js, then I might expect questions on hooks and what are functional components, what are class components, what are state lifecycle, and each and everything, things like that. And yeah, so basically it covers projects a lot, a bit, and um, uh, now let's just come on to interviews. So there might be happening, that there were it was with many of my friends that they were good at DSA, good at good at CS fundamentals and everything, but they weren't able to express enough during interviews. So that is something which you shouldn't neglect definitely. What you can do for it is you can just start giving some of the mock interviews. You can sit with some of your friends, or there are platforms like pram.com, and you can also give a mock interview in lead code. Another thing which I definitely suggest for the interviews is you should pre-prepare your statements which are gonna say. Let's say I will be having some three projects only, so I'll just definitely prepare. If the interviewer is saying that explain this project of yours, so I'll just definitely prepare in the back of my mind at least some of the points, so that while communicating with them, I just don't miss out on any important thing. And you can just go prepare your introduction. You can prepare your introduction well. You can also prepare for some of the basic HR questions, like your weaknesses, your strengths, and like what are you expecting out of your job, and questions like that. um and really, and just don't neglect, if you're solving some data structures and algorithm problem. It is being said very very many times here, if you're coding your problem, if they are telling you to code, it's good to code loud. It's good to think loud. So if you're thinking of some approaches in your mind, of any given problem given to you, it's good to think loud. First thing is, if you don't get any problem, like that, it might happen that the whole interview, the interviewer might have explained to you some other problem, and you might have interpreted something wrong, and your whole interview will go in vain, and you won't get a chance to sit there again. And they aren't responsible for the misunderstanding that happened. So every time, if you have only a little bit of doubt of the question which the interviewer is asking, it's better to confirm, and they won't mind confirming the questions and time and again, and clarifying more if you want. And yeah, just keep these things in mind. This are might be many small things, but at the end, it has potential to impact your results of hire or reject. And prepare for offline interviews. There might be many companies coming offline. DB was there offline. Like many companies were there who had came offline and connected with their interviews. So prepare yourself for offline interviews, even though like these things are very your body language. It's something which you should have correct, sit in a correct posture, and formals. Like if you don't have formals, then please have formals, formal shoes, and some shirt and pant. If you have a tie, that is more good. And yeah, these are the interview tips which I would like to give. And yeah, just as a fresher, I would like to suggest in this industry especially that don't have specific options, like that I will only apply for machine learning, or I'll only apply for front end roles, or I'll only apply for back end roles, or something like that. Because like the times are a bit tough now, a bit tough. It might happen, like it might be good within 6 months or a year, but you should be open to all the other rules. Just try and explore, because everything might be interconnected, and you might get fond of the role which they are offering, the company is offering. So my suggestion would be, you should be thinking twice or thrice before not applying to any company, because I know many of my friends, they still regret of not applying to some of the companies which offered initially well. So it's just like, just give yourself a thought. It's not, I'm not, won't be questioning about your confidence, about your caliber, but in this tough industry situation, it would be great if you think twice or thrice about leaving any company behind, or not applying into it. And yeah, and just be resilient enough to work in any situation, in any role which you give. So it might happen that you might hired for some other role, and the company requirements got changed, and they might told you to work for a different role. This happened with many of my friends, and you can expect that as well. But eventually, you will end up doing what you exactly want. So that would be my one of the suggestions for you guys. And yeah, for any resources, I guess for CS fundamentals, there is like we used to refer to that knowledge. I forgot the channel's name if I'm not wrong. Knowledge Gate, and one other channel was there for operating system and DBMS. All those playlists which were very good. The that sir also we got invited both of them to our college. And last time and maybe somewhere. So we used to refer to them, but I guess there are new playlists which are good, which are more available. I guess the Love Bubbos playlist for data, this operating system, DBMS, and everything, which is very good, cut through the point, and it covers the most of the interview aspect. What they expect you to do. So it's good if you're free now, if you have time now, then go through operating system, DBMS. So it is definitely very helpful in the interviews. Go through some of the basic data structure. If you are doing CP, it's not. If you're doing CP, just don't stop doing it. So as to focus on the subjects. Just take out some time, 1 hour or something out of your schedule, and at least give a virtual contest. I'll focus. I'll stress on the small because we have done, and it has got us very much benefited. So if you're not doing CP even, you can just try giving virtual contests. It will definitely help you in the during the coding rounds. It is very much that it is very much not feel good if you're not even shortlisted for in the interview of your dream company. So yeah, I guess it was very pretty much fast. I'm sorry, I'm in a bit hurry, but still, if you have any doubts, then feel free to reach out to the organizers, or directly you can reach out to me on anywhere LinkedIn or WhatsApp. We'll be definitely very happy to help. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Utsav
If you have
Bhaiya.
any questions, then I'm still here. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now it's time to call Mr. Taha Barucha from JP Morgan. So please, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. So I'm Taha, and like everyone else, I just graduated in May. So my journey, I started CP in second year, first semester, and then I started applying for internships in my second sem of second year, and then I got the first round call from JP Morgan, and the first round was about. So it was vaguely a coding round, but there was something else little new, and that was that they were giving us an option to elaborate on our solution after the problem was solved. So after we solved the problem, we had to give a video explanation about how we solved the problem, and there was no one in front of us. It was just the camera. So then we had to give a solution verbally on our approach, and some other answers like how would you have approached the question, and do you think you could have done something else for the solution. So this was the first round. So first round, a lot of people will think that is very luck based, or you require too much of the luck factor, because a lot of people will be giving it, and then you have to be chosen from the first round to the second round. So what I did to tackle that problem was I gave something about myself in the solution of the problems. So after I would say what my approach was, I would also list out some of my qualities related to the question. So relate my qualities to the question and say some of my good qualities. So you have to stand out, find ways to stand out from the crowd, and so that you can reduce the luck factor for yourself, and also give the answer in a straight to point way. Because if you look at the person who is rating your first round questions or your initial resumes. So he or she has to look through many of hundreds of resumes. So be to the point, tailor your resumes for that particular job, and then submit your resume, so that it is easier for the interviewers to spot you out from the crowd. So I used that strategy for my first round. Then in the second round, there were two interviews, 45 minutes for each of the interview. The first interview was completely technical based. The Throughout the interviews, coding problems that they asked was rated 1100 to 1200, not that difficult. But they went in the interviews. They went very deep in Java, OP, DBMS, OS, and CN. So always have your basics clear. All the strategies that Utsav mentioned, so they will help you in that. And then the second interview of the second round was completely HR. So in that, again, be prepared, have your communication skills ready, practice with your friends, with your seniors about your interviews. And then some of the main questions like why do you want the role, why do you want the company, tell me something about yourself. Always be ready with the descriptions of your projects, so that will help you. And of course, research about the company well in advance, so that when they ask you about the company, about the role, you can give a more enthusiastic answer about it. And then that was how I got selected for the internship, the summer internship. And then after the internship, during the internship, be sure to give your best. Don't slack off during the internship. So we don't think, okay, now I have the internship, the PPO is there. We work hard during the internship as well. And then after I received the PPO, I was not much involved in the on placement offers, but I did give some interviews on campus as well. I got my 6-month internship in Success KPI, which I'm currently doing. And that was about my journey. And Success KPI, the interviews were the first round was aptitude based, and then they had one interview. There was one interview round. That was mostly again basics, DBMS, some testing concepts, and some of my projects. So that was my journey. If anybody has any questions. Okay.
It's great to hear you. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, sure. Anybody any questions, please ask. Okay, no worries. So one last thing I would like to say, keep applying as many opportunities as you can, so that you increase your chances of getting your internship and your job. And best of luck to everyone for the placements.
Thank you. I request to all the seniors, please turn on your camera, because it's really necessary to engaging with participants. So please turn on your camera, and it's now time to call Mr. Kunj from Takian Technologies. Kunj Bhaiya.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Hello, welcome.
Yes. I am Kunj Thakkar. I am currently completed my 6-month internship at TechUn, and now I am converted to full-time for software engineering role, and now I am an associate software engineer at TechUn. Utsav has covered all the parts. Like, I want to tell about what is my experience for interview process at TechUn. First there is a coding round, and there are 10 MCQs, and then 2 coding rounds, 2 coding questions are there. And the MCQs are mostly based on CS fundamentals, and the coding is the first one. Coding question is based on binary search, and other one is based on like BFS. And the coding round is little bit of then company visited in on campus at Nirma. The most in interview, they are only focusing on problem solving skills. They only judge based on problem solving. They don't asking so much questions based on CS fundamental. They mainly focus on problem solving skills. And one thing is that in placement season there is one main thing is to stay positive and motivated, because you will got so much rejection chance during placement season. I also got so much rejections during our placement season. First, from starting from Infocus, at day one, I have selected for interviews of Infocus when I have give 3 rounds of interview, and after that I have rejected, and then I have also give interviews of Deutsche Bank. Then I have also rejected from Oracle. I also rejected from Commvault, and then I placed at Takeon. So rejection is a part of success. You have to stay positive and motivate for placement. Rejection is a part of that. And Utsav is saying that his friend is has good knowledge, but he is not skill of presenting it. He is talking about me only. For interview purpose, you have good communication skill, and like how to you have knowledge, but how to represent that knowledge is very important for interview perspective. So you have to good skill of how to present your knowledge. So that's most important, and uh, that's all. Like Utsav has covered most things, and the question is, language does matter in interview, Hindi or English, especially Turkish. Like language is not barrier for interview. You have to start with English, but if you at some point of time you are not able to speak in English, then you have to start speaking Hindi. Like it's okay. Like but don't like कहीं पर भी आपको स्टॉप नहीं होना है, मतलब आप चालू ही रखना है अपने बोलने का, जो भी आप कहना चाहते हो कहीं पर भी स्टॉप नहीं होना है आपको कभी भी. And like normal projects is fine for Taken. Like don't judge based on your project. They only require what you have done. Like you have simply simple Python project, then it's fine. But you have to knowledge about that. Like what is project, what things you have used, and then you have all knowledge about Python. They mainly focus on only problem solving skill. They don't ask so much about projects and all things. Yes, if your CP is good, then it is enough for to crack Tachyon. But this time, Tachyon give I plus G offer to every college, but and they are around 400 people, and they have besides I plus G offer, they have removed some of people after internship. Around they have removed 150 people, but still Taken will come Nirma this time also, because all 4 of us will convert it to full time. Is I have this DSA project, OOPS project, and 1 CPU project, that is enough? Yes, DSA project, OOPS project is enough, but you have to also like one development project like Python GUI something or web development project. It is good to have this one development project in resume. For Taekyon, for Nirma, the cities is like 14. CTC and base both are same. Yes, thank you.
I request to all the seniors, please turn on your camera, because we have to capture some memories. Kunj Bhaiya, Taha Bhaiya, Heth, Kanisha Di, please turn on your cameras. Thank you. Thank you. And guys, now it's time to ask questions and answers, but questions, so you can ask anything to your seniors, and links are provided in chat box. So you can ask any questions if you have, or else we go to end to this session. Okay, so I hope the all questions are finished. So as we draw to the close to, I would like to extend my gratitude to everyone participated and speakers. And first thing, just I want to say all the seniors कि thank you for that footsteps जो आपने हमारे path पे वो रखे हुए हैं. So we can easily find them and grab our own path. For thank you all of you. To all the attendees, thank you for your patience and engagement. Your enthusiasm and curiosity have enriched this gathering. Especially Mr. Viral Hingu, whatever who know, I don't know who is he, but your presence is very well. So next, I just want to, on behalf of ACES, I would like to express our sincere appreciation and the dedicated team who worked tirelessly for this event. So good night, and may the light of the knowledge shared here tonight guide you towards a future filled with brilliance. Thank you all the seniors. Thank you for this great opportunity. Guys, you can cheer up in your chats, and if you have any questions, you can ask still.
I guess there are some questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Let us give some time so they can come.
Yeah.
Up. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, Kunj.
Yes, Viral has question like if we had Python project and we know logic but not. Yes, like it is enough to not like they don't ask you syntax in interview, but you have to knowledge like you have make project on anything, but you have to knowledge like how things work in this project and how we have these like some they can ask like how you make these how in projects some part they will asking questions like how these things you have made in your project. They don't ask any syntax.
Okay. So if we practice DSA, lead code, or code forces. So basically, lead code is like straightforward questions wherein you don't know any backstory, and they are generally standard questions. So what happens is आपका दिमाग नहीं खुलेगा जब आपके सामने कोई like lead code का थोड़ा भी question twist करके दे दिया जाएगा. So in that case is where code forces comes into play. So every question is different. Every question has a backstory. And बहुत twist होता है, like there are no straightforward questions. So yes, so code forces is like basically you practice all the different kind of things, and hence आपको इंटरव्यू में अगर कुछ भी पूछ लिया तो आपको दिक्कत नहीं होगी. Whereas in lead code अगर आप सिर्फ lead code करके जा रहे हो, so yes, you have some serious problems then, like at least in companies that do focus on CP. Okay, so currently I am in second year where to focus DSA or development. So really depends on you. So if you are very good at development, like if you are very good in the sense for me it is like clearing GSOC. So yes, if you are very good at development still, so you can cope up with doing lead code DSA. Or else if you aren't good at development, then then you can focus on DSA and do projects, small projects. Okay.
Hello. Hello, about it. Like general question, like most of time આપણે ફોર્મ ફિલ કરતા હોય સો ઓટો ફિલ રેઝ્યુમે નું હોય ત્યારે ખબર છે ઘણીવાર રોંગ કન્સેપ્ટ મીન્સ કે રોંગ ફિલ થઈ જતું હોય. સો લાઈક રેઝ્યુમે ચેન્જ કરવાની એમાં જરૂર હોય બીકોઝ મેની ટાઈમ્સ આપણે રેઝ્યુમે સબમિટ કરતા હોય MNCs or means off campus apply करता है जरा.
I didn't
So
get
like
it.
standard template or
Wrong, like how, in what sense wrong?
other like skills માં project ના names આવી જતા હોય કોક વાર એવી રીતના આપણે auto fill with resume નો એક option આવે છે.
Yes. Okay. So a very important note here. Basically जब भी आप ऑफ कैंपस आप इंटरव्यूज आप ऑफ कैंपस अपॉर्चुनिटीज फिल करोगे. सो बेसिकली वहाँ पे कोई एचआर या कोई बंदा नहीं बैठा होगा जो आपका रेज्यूमे देखने बैठेगा, ठीक है. सो ये जो रेज्यूमेस है वो डायरेक्टली फीड किए जाते हैं एआई को. एआई और यू कैन से एटीएस. एटीएस बेसिकली scans your resume and एक score निकालता है that how compatible are you with that job. So हाँ, अगर आप ऑनलाइन देख सकते हो, like you can just search for ATS score. So अगर आपका ATS score is in green, like warnings वगैरह कम है, so yes you can go for that resume. और अगर low score आ रहा है ATS में, then it means that you need to change the format of resume so that AI is able to understand it. Yes. So DB and Oracle would be like Tachyon. I would say that DB does focus on CP. Depends on like yes, DB. If you are a boy, yes, it depends. It does depend on CP, and Oracle also focuses on CP. So yes. Okay, so Kanisha has asked that she didn't do much CP, but not face. Okay, so I have an answer. अगर आपके प्रोफाइल में CP नहीं है ना, तो they won't ask much about CP. They would ask much about the core concepts. तो ऐसे clear होगा आपका इंटरव्यू. Yes.
Yes, and to add on to what Heath said, I feel कि हम लोग मतलब I joined as an intern, right, in my second semester, in my second year. So at that time, they even know that we are not that we do not have that much hands-on to CP, right? So they won't ask such high-level questions.
Means generally depend. Devanshi and Dara had a CP profile, so they were asked, like they were bombarded with CP questions. With what I know. So yes, if you have a CP profile, you got a edge, and once you be ready for bombarding with CP questions. So yes, I'm good in CP and projects. Okay, and projects are normal. Then which companies are best? Okay, so if you are good at CP, then I don't see any problem with all the companies except startups. Startups do ask for very good knowledge of development. Basically, some startups do ask of system designs as well. So yes, if you are applying for startups, so you need to know about projects. And of course, a note to add here, like startups offer a great pay. Like आप MNCs को भूल जाओगे, उतना अच्छा पे देती है startups. So yes, but the interviews are very hard to crack. So yes. Code Forces 1300 to 1400 problems he generally पूछते हैं. But if depends, the media.net इस बार आई थी, then they asked in the first interview, like they were asking around 1800 का problem, and in the second interview who got clear, like आगे जब गए second interview में, तो उनको 2000 के problems पूछे थे, and in the third interview they asked 800 rated problem, but on a system design. So वो वहाँ पे hard हो जाता है. So but अगर आप सारी MNCs को देखोगे, so third round questions पूछ लेते हैं. But हाँ, depends really. But interviewer के mood पे depend करता है basically. I cannot solve 1300 rated questions. Okay, so basically if you aren't able to solve after some rating, that means that you are saturated at that point of time. तो एक काम क्या करो, there is this website called A2OJ. So A2OJ पे जाओ, ladder select करो that you want to practice, like 1300 के problems हो 40 नहीं हो रहे, तो ladder आता है. Ladder means basically कैटेगरी ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स, सारे वो सॉल्व कर दो, एंड आई बेट उससे हो ही जाता है सॉल्व. यस. हाँ, इंटरव्यू के टाइम 1200 वाला भी 1500 वाला लगता है. हाँ, दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. लाइक कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है, लाइक बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, बट आप बहुत ऊपर चलेगा. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल स्वैपिंग का प्रॉब्लम आप डीपी समझ ले तो ये होता है बिकॉज प्रेशर के वजह से. बट थोड़ा टाइम लाइक इसीलिए सीपी किया करो सो दैट प्रेशर पे लाइक इन द टाइम ऑफ प्रेशर ऑल्सो यू डोंट फील दैट ओके दिस प्रॉब्लम इज वेरी हार्ड, वरना ये प्रॉब्लम आएगी. Yes. Any other questions? Okay, my internship offers were off campus. Basically, if you get like placement policy समझना थोड़ी मुश्किल है. If you get a J offer, that is a job offer, then you can only sit in companies that offer only I, that is only internships. So difficult to understand, and generally ट्रिपल आई सेल यही करता है कि अगर थोड़ा भी चांस होता है that he or she will get a PPO or the company will give PPO based on performance, तो वो I वाली कंपनी को भी I plus J बोल देते हैं. So yes, there मतलब placement policy hits different, but इंटर्नशिप अगर मान लो जॉब मिल गया तो दिमाग में सोच के रखो कि इंटर्नशिप ऑफ कैंपस ही ढूंढना पड़ेगा. ओके, डीबी ओरेकल टेक्यन आई गेस. इसके अलावा एक कॉमवॉल्ट करके आती है. सो कॉमवॉल्ट इज जनरली लाइक बहुत डेव प्लस सीपी दोनों मांगती है, बट उसका पे भी बहुत अच्छा है. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम कॉमवॉल्ट लास्ट ईयर आई डोंट थिंक इतनी अच्छी कंपनीज आई थी, बट हाँ इफ गॉट अ चांस अमेजोन आ सकती है, मे बी अमेजोन आ सकती है, मे बी एटलासियन आ सकती है. इसके अलावा मे बी सैमसंग आ सकती है. एंड इसके अलावा लाइक बहुत सारी है. जेपी मॉर्गन एंड चेज भी आ गई फॉर एग्जांपल ट्रेविस का करके. रियली डिपेंड्स. आप पास्ट ईयर की शीट है ना, आप वो देख लीजिए, आपको आइडिया आ जाएगा उससे. पेन एंड पेपर, यस, पेन एंड पेपर होता है बेसिकली फॉर द इंटरव्यू.
Okay, भैया आई हैव वन क्वेश्चन. वी नो दैट कि ये फील्ड बहुत ही वास्ट है और एवरी टाइम डिफरेंट पर्सन्स इस फील्ड को हिट कर रहे हैं और बहुत सारे लोग अभी इस सीएस फील्ड में आ चुके हैं. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि विच टाइप ऑफ पर्सनालिटी जो एक एज अ पर्सन जो डिमांडेबल रहती है हर एक एमएनसी या कोई भी यूनिवर्सिटी को, कि ये टाइप ऑफ पर्सन की ही होने चाहिए एज अ टेक्निकल फील्ड और एज अ कोई भी यूनिवर्सिटी में एज अ एडमिशन एज अ स्टूडेंट.
ओके, बेसिकली इन टेक्निकल फील्ड पर्सनालिटी ये रखो कि कुछ भी काम मिल गया कर लोगे. लाइक अ जनरल सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, एज उत्सव सेड, डोंट फोकस ऑन फील्ड्स. ऐसा सोच के मत रखोगे भाई मेरे को डेवऑप्स में ही जाना है, मेरे को बैकएंड में ही जाना है, मेरे को फ्रंट एंड में ही जाना है, मैं तो जावा से ही काम करूंगा. सो यस, बेसिकली इट शुड बी क्लियर दैट योर फंडामेंटल्स आर क्लियर, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स है आप में. सो अगर ये आता है ना तो इसका मतलब आपको कोई भी लैंग्वेज पकड़ा लो, कुछ भी पकड़ा लो, बैक एंड फ्रंट एंड डेटाबेस या नेटवर्किंग, आप फोड़ दोगे वो. बट हाँ, बेसिकली कोर मस्ट बी वेरी क्लियर बिकॉज जो भी है सब कोर से आता है. यस.
Okay, I just want to ask what's your perspective, Kanishari, on that question?
Could you please repeat the question once?
I just want to I just want to know कि which type of person as a demandable है as a job या as a इस फील्ड में कैसे पर्सन की डिमांड ज्यादा रहती है? बिकॉज वी नो दैट कि बहुत सारे लोग इस फील्ड में आ चुके हैं अभी. लाइक बहुत ही वास्ट फील्ड.
Any person who is consistent in whatever he's working on would be a good fit. मतलब अगर आप सीपी कर रहे हो तो be consistent in it. अगर आप मशीन लर्निंग कर रहे हो तो go for it. Like don't मतलब कहीं पे भी छोड़ना नहीं है. I feel what consistency is the all yeah
basically path clear होना चाहिए. That's the only thing. Like अगर आप ऐसा सोच रहे हो कि आप मशीन लर्निंग सिर्फ मशीन लर्निंग करके बीटेक निकाल लोगे, सो दैट्स अ रॉन्ग आइडियोलॉजी बिकॉज बहुत लिमिटेड कंपनीज होती है. सो एक बेसिकली सीनियर से कंसल्ट करो तो वो वही बोलेगा that okay, आपको machine learning में interest है, then do masters, so and then go for a job. So like ऐसे pathway clear होना चाहिए, खुद से ही मत decide करो कि बस ऐसे ऐसे करके मैं निकल जाऊंगा. So that's other companies which come only for 6 month internship. Okay, Oracle Bangalore did visit and they gave only internship, no full time offer. So yes, एक ही company आई थी ऐसी. And put some light on data analyst. No idea for data analyst. Basically, data analyst तो कोई भी बन जाता है. Data scientist is what must be for a target for CSE students. Data analyst is basically you use Tableau and some SQL things for becoming data analyst. It's not a big deal, to be honest. And yes,
I would like to add something on data analyst. Data analyst is one who works on visualization. Like as he said, it's something which is a club of Python, R, Tableau, statistics. So that's all in all is a data analyst. It somewhere comes under the data scientist. Data scientist is the one who is the the master of all. Then comes machine learning engineer.
ML करो और data scientist बन जाओ, उससे अच्छा वो better होगा.
Yeah.
And okay, how to approach good companies via off campus? Okay, how did you approach? Basically, मतलब I did not approach, but I said that ICPC was one that helped me clear, like that helped me get shortlisted, because as I said, वो AI जो बिठाते हैं for screening the resume, they have all that words like ICPC, Google Kickstart, Code Forces, ratings, and all that things. So and like not only CP, projects के related भी होता है. So yes, GSOC वगैरह भी हो गया वो keywords में. So ये सब keywords होते हैं तो अपने आप shortlist हो जाता है वो. Any data science related company come to Nirma?
Not particularly for data scientist role, and what I feel ki initially won't get a data scientist role. Simply after completing an undergraduation, you'll initially go with ML engineer, as Meet is currently working in Cactus, and there are even couple more companies, I guess, which comes under this ML role, but you won't get a data scientist role directly after undergrad.
Okay. A thing to mention over here, Amazon does hire like what is the position called, applied scientists. So basically उसके लिए आपको Amazon ML summer school clear करना पड़ता है, and then they give you some tests like online assessments. इसके बाद आपको interviews आते हैं applied scientists के लिए. And let me tell you, applied scientists are paid like the most in the industry. Like software engineers जो कमाते हैं ना Amazon से में उनसे भी ज्यादा applied scientists को मिलता है. But to clear Amazon ML summer school and the OA after that is very difficult. So yes. Basically third year, like eligible तो सभी लोग होंगे, and third year के लिए if you are in third year then do apply to it. Thanks.
There's a question, how can I figure out that I should apply above specific LPA? I would recommend to, you should apply everywhere.
Exactly. अभी के situation में भरोसा मत रखो, कुछ भी मिले बैठ जाओ. Like इसी चक्कर में हमारे में से बहुत रह गए, like हमारे बैचेस में से. So adapt to the situations basically. एक साल के बाद जब सब ठीक हो जाएगा तब switch कर लेना. Easy. पॉलिसी. अच्छा GRE तो नहीं होने वाला भाई तेरे से. Location for okay, so this is a valid question. चीटिंग तो होती थी हमारे टाइम पे भी बहुत ज्यादा मासेस में. but I don't think anyone else except Triple ISL can change it. So yes, generally OA, like 90% of OA were from home, but can't say anything what will happen now. I think the number of students who do CP are more than coming on campus. Okay, so doing CP and excelling in CP is two different things. सो सीपी तो लाइक जो लोग जीआरई नहीं करते थे वो सीपी तो करते ही थे, ऐसा कुछ सीन था हमारे में. सो यस भाई, बेसिक सीपी इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर जॉब, बिकॉज वो लोग आपको क्या बोलते हैं, हाउ विल दे फिगर आउट हाउ गुड आर यू इन एनीथिंग, बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव एन एक्सपीरियंस. तो डीएसए तो मांगेंगे ही वो लोग. तो कंपनी स्कीम ऑफलाइन याद नहीं है, बट बीबीआई
I guess every company was planning to come offline itself, but it was COVID time, so that was a drawback at our time. So in that case, the companies which were at the end, they came offline for internship. I'm speaking about internship.
प्लेसमेंट्स के लिए भी आई थी ऑफलाइन कुछ कंपनी.
हाँ ऑफलाइन, तो फिर तो वो तो मेजरली ऑफलाइन सी थी आई गेस.
डिपेंड, अभी दैट डज नॉट मैटर. इंटरव्यू ऑफलाइन. कंपनीज फॉर एंड्रॉइड डेवलपमेंट, हाँ, इसके लिए देयर इज अ कंपनी, देयर इज अ स्टार्टअप कॉल्ड क्विको, इज बेस्ड इन अहमदाबाद. ये आई थी, दे वर वेरी स्पेसिफिक फॉर दैट, लाइक एकदम बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे वो लोग. Companies are seeing or sees, yes, they do see your profiles. Like they generally take an overview by knowing the ratings only. They don't see on the graphs and all that things. But हाँ, या रेटिंग भी नहीं, सिर्फ वो कि भाई आप एक्सपर्ट हो, स्पेशलिस्ट हो, प्यूपिल हो, ऐसा देख लेते हैं. हाँ. एंड ऑल्सो ये सेम केस आपको रेफरल लेने में भी होगा, दैट बंदे बस आपकी प्रो लाइक लिंक्डइन के बायो में देख लेंगे कि व्हाट आर यू अप टू, एंड देन दे विल डिसाइड दैट दे शुड कंसिडर यू फॉर अ रेफरल और नॉट. तो वही से हो जाएगा. नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, आई डोंट थिंक इट वुड मैटर. व्हाट मैटर्स इज रेटिंग, like how are you participating in a contest, how are you participating in a system where like a environment where a pressure is there on you to solve problems. So yes, rating is what matters, but number of does not, I don't think it matters. हाँ, but इसका मतलब ये नहीं that you have to cheat and get your rating up, so that's a bad practice, very bad practice. मतलब code forces will figure you out and they will throw you out. Chennai, which channel is better for DSA? DSA really depends. Google सर्च करो, जो पहला मिले उसको देखो, समझना आए तो दूसरा देखो, ऐसा. So DSA, like suggesting channels is a very personalized opinion, so only you have to figure it out. But I guess Striver has more knowledge than Babbar, so you can consider Striver. I guess there is Priyansh also, Priyansh Agrawal. You can see, check it out, like check out his also. Baki to there is Code Nation, Code, sorry, and one more guy for DP. I don't really remember his name. But he's from Google or something. नाम खबर છે કોણ?
आदित्य वर्मा.
आदित्य वर्मा तो खरी, અને હજી એક આદિત્ય વર્મા તો है ही डीपी के लिए. कार्तिक समथिंग, कार्तिक अरोरा. यस,
हाँ हाँ,
कार्तिक अरोरा.
हाँ.
कार्तिक अरोरा. सो यस, कार्तिक अरोरा इज लाइक गॉड लेवल. वो बहुत सही समझाता है. अगर उसका समझ आ गया ना, तो किसी का समझ लाइक तो किसी का देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. और थोड़ा भी जल्दी करते क्वेश्चंस, or else I guess you should wind up. Any courses? Not relevant to me, I guess, this question.
You can ask Pranav Thakkar for ethical hacking. He was very good at it. He was our senior. Yeah, Pranav Thakkar, yeah. Yes.
You can okay for SPI will matter. कुछ कंपनीज आएगी, फॉर एग्जांपल नॉर्दर्न ट्रस्ट. Northern Trust is where they like apply a filter, no, a sort that high to low, and पहले 60 या 50 को इंटरव्यू दे देगी, बाकी सबको छोड़ देगी. Smith Patel is the name. He is a intern at, he's a full-time at Cred, sorry. Full-time at Cred. He is the guy for ethical hacking if you want. Okay, like हमारे बैच का ही है, and he was from the civil department, so yes, you can ask him. You can ask Nisar Thakkar. Okay, huh.
And I think it's high time. We have to wind up. Okay, so thank you Kanisha ji, thank you Ed bhaiya, thank you Taha bhaiya for this great opportunity. बहुत ही अच्छी तरीके से आपने क्वेरीज को सॉल्व किया और बहुत ही क्लियर हो गए हम कि लाइक क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. सो थैंक यू फॉर दैट guys. You can cheer him up also, and best of luck for your future. And thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.
All the best, guys, for your placement season. Bye bye.